This is one of the important question from normal simplex method that we have to solve. Here the maximize, if we have to maximize this objective function, that is 5x1 plus 3x2, and the two constraint functions are there, that is 3x1 plus 5x2 less than equal to 15, 5x1 plus 2x2 less than equal to 10, where in case of these two function there is less than sign, and because of this less than sign we have to add extra variable in this function, and that variable is called slack variable. If there is a greater than equal to sign, then we have to subtract any extra variable from this function, and that variable will be called as surplus variable. So in this case there are two less than. So here we are adding x3 in this first function and x4 in this second function. We have to add like this, in that will be creating a unit matrix. We can see here that 1 1 and 0 0, it is creating a unit matrix. 1 1 and 0 0, it is creating a unit matrix like this. And the maximum function or objective function, that is we are doing the same here, and we are uh, adding 0x3 and 0x4 in this objective function. Now we have to create the table to calculate the simplex method. Here we are getting this variable, that is cb, that is called cost of basic variable, and in this table this contains cb, xb, b, x1, x2, x3, x4, the number of variables we have in this function, and this cj means the this part of the function, this part of the function, this is cj. Now we have to write down this cj like this, and those extra variable we have added in our function. That means those two slack variable we have added is x3 and x4, so we have written these two in xb position, and in b position we have written these two values. We have written these two values, 15 and 10, and in x1, x2, x3, x4 position we have written um, these values accordingly. You can see here, and in xb position we have written these values. X3 here, uh, in x3 the cj value is 0, so the cb value will be 0 for x3, and in x for x4 the cj value is 0, so the cb value will be 0 like this. Now we have to calculate the zj value. In order to calculate the zj value we have to do this operation, that is cb into x1 plus this cb into x1, this value minus cj. So now 0 into 3, 0, plus 0 into 5, 0. So our zj value is 0. 0 into 5, 0, 0 into plus 0 into 2, 0. So this is also 0. Like this, if we multiply these two value and add this, then we will be getting 0. And now we are doing the cj minus. Our cj is here 5300, 5300 our cj, and we are doing this operation zj minus cj. So 0 minus 5, 5 minus 3, 0 0. Now we have to find out the most negative value. This is 5. So this will be the entering variable, and we have to calculate the minimum ratio. We have to calculate the minimum ratio. So how to calculate the minimum ratio? We have to divide this 15 by 3, as this is a entering variable, as this is the entering entering column, and entering variable is this. From this column, the variable will be entered. So 15 by 3, that is 5. 10 by 5, that is 2. So now this is less from and it is bigger than 2. So this will be, this will be the outgoing variable. So x4 will be the outgoing variable, as x4 will be the outgoing variable and x1 will be the incoming variable. So this will be our key point, this will be our key element. You can see here, here and here, this is the crossing point. So this will be our key element. So in our next table, we have to do we have to do some row elementary and column elementary operation to get this key element as 1 and this other element will be 0. In this column, this will be 1 and others will be 0. So we have to make this 5 1 and this 0, as no other rows are here present. So this is our answer, so we will not get this. So the remaining node is the remaining row is this. So we have to make this row 0 and only sorry, this element as 0 and only this as 1. Here, in order to make this element 1, we have to subtract 5 from this. So if we subtract 5 from this, we will be getting 1, and we have to do the same for these other elements of this row also. So I'm sorry, if I do if I do minus 5, so it will be 0, not 1. So we have to divide 5 by 5. So uh, so here, so 5 by 5 is 1, 10 by 5 is 2, 2 by 5 and 0 by 5 is 0, and 1 by 5. And with respect to this new line, we have to make 0 here with respect to this new line. Okay, so here this is 3 and in new line this is 1. If I multiply this with 3 and subtract this number, we will be getting 0. So I am multiplying 3 in new line, and it is being subtracted from the old line. So here the old line is 15 3 5 1 0. I have written here 15 3 5 1 0, and we are multiplying 3 with this new line, that is 6 3 6 by 5 0 3 by 5, and we are subtracting these values. We are getting these values and we are writing these values here. 9 0 19 by 5 1 minus 3 by 5, like this. Now we have to find out that what is the zj minus cj. Like we have done before, in the same way we have to find out zj minus cj, and after that the entering uh, column will be this, as it is the most negative value. So from this the variable will be entered, and as this is the smallest number between these two, this will be giving us the smallest number between these two, so this will be the outgoing row. So here x3 will be our outgoing variable, and x2 will be our incoming variable. So in case in this place of x3 we will be writing x2, will be writing x2, and the same process will be continue until there is no negative uh, values present in this table. So from the last table we are getting the values of x1 and x2. That is, the value of x1 is 20 by 19 and value of x2 is 45 by 19. We are putting these two values in the main objective function, that is 5x plus 3x2. And if we put the value of x1 20 by 19, x2 45 by 19, you can see here I have done this. So our ultimate result will be 235 by 19. So this is another example for normal simplex method problem in linear programming. You can see I am not going to explain this again. Uh, uh, just you just pause the video and try to solve it by yourself. Stay connected for the next videos. Do subscribe and hit the like button if you like the contents. If these videos help you, please do like button and do subscribe to get notification at first of our next videos.